determination, laser focus, banging on they though they take it.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. From the 31, Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
At their own 20-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, Charlie. Mike's 5-4. He runs. Mike's 50%.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And he's got Peake. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
That 54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, Blue there. He's checking it.
They'll run it with Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. C.J. Mosley able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Avery Williamson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Let's go. Check 48 to the mic. Check 48 to the mic.
So that'll back them up 5.
Big stop. Let's go. That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check. Fresno. Hey, exit. Lady. Switch it.
Here's Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Look at the big man rumble. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A good pickup there at 22. Now a first down carry by Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go, son. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, here we go.
On 2nd and 9. Darnold, he sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He was brought down by Darryl Roberts.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A first down carry by Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? they're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. They'll try to throw now. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Switch. Hey, kill. 47, 26.
Prescott from the gun. And Wilson has it. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cedric Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs.
Right there, 54, right there.
Hey, Steve 6.
Defense, our time. Red 80, check 3, check. Here we go.
Now it's Darnold. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah, kill.
Don't get it up.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Avery Williamson. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Bell. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This is Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run.
Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. The kick by Marr is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle. 10th carry now for Elliott. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Following the interception, here's Prescott into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Check back, check back. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, Alpha.
Record.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep now for Herndon. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll run on first down. Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Darnold now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. back to throw, Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
That's good for a Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Darnold now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now Bell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. On second and goal, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On first down, it's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
58, boys, 58.
To throw is Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott, and that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scored. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Kill. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Do. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Going to run again here with Pollard. He chucks him aside.
Thumped him.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Marr able to put this one through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 55 is my guy. 55. Hey, we got to get head 80. Check. 55. Check.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Past the 20. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Cannon. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 50 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second down now. It's Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
58. There you go. Go right in.
Mike, 58, right there. Defense wins championships, baby.
There you go. 47.
58.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
You get blocked, me. You can
go to 54. Why in?
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Prescott now. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. On the return is Jones. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
right there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Keep it up.
Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get complete.
And Darnold, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.